because the play was victory. But I also explained to DA that it was a team decision. And I think when you have a team morale, and I asked the guys, I say, guys, like, what do you want to do? We know how much Jamal means to this team, and I understood from DA's perspective.
Jameis Winston drops truth bomb on 2 years deal with Giants. Please subscribe and like as you watch. Winston is ready to take a bite out of the Big Apple and maybe eat some wins for the New York Giants, too. The 31-year-old quarterback agreed to terms with the Giants on a 2-year, $8 million contract. A person familiar with the deal told the Associated Press on Friday night. Winston joins Tommy DeVito as the only quarterbacks on the Giants roster. New York has been in the market in free agency for a veteran, with Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, and Joe Flacco also mentioned as possible targets. The person spoke to the AP on condition of anonymity because the team didn't announce the deal. Fox Sports first reported that Winston was joining the Giants, adding that the deal could be for as much as $16 million with incentives. Start spreading the news, Winston wrote on X, a play on his infamous Eat AW pregame speech with Tampa Bay in 2017. He added an apple emoji while appearing to confirm his Big Apple welcome. New York's quarterback situation has been unsettled this offseason, with the only move at the position since free agency began last week being the re-signing of DeVito. The team had interest in the Rams' Matthew Stafford, who was given permission to explore trade options but later agreed to a restructured contract with Los Angeles. The Giants then appeared to be waiting on the 41-year-old Rodgers, who spent the last 2 seasons with the Jets but was released on March 13. Rodgers, who has publicly said he'll play a 21st NFL season, met with Pittsburgh on Friday, according to another person with knowledge of the situation, signaling an interest on both sides. He spent several hours in the team's facility gathering information, but left without signing a contract. That person spoke to the AP on condition of anonymity because the meeting was not made public. Wilson, who spent last season in Pittsburgh, also remains a free agent, and his next move could be predicated on what Rodgers decides. The Giants continued to explore their options and reportedly recently met with Winston, Wilson, and Flacco. They now have their veteran in Winston to pair with DeVito, and also hold the number 3 pick in the NFL draft next month. So, a top quarterback such as Miami's Cam Ward and Colorado's Shedeur Sanders could still be in play. Winston played in 12 games last season for Cleveland and started in 7 after Deshaun Watson was injured, throwing for 2,121 yards and 13 touchdowns with 12 interceptions. He set a Browns record with 497 yards passing in Week 13 with 4 TDs against Denver, but also had 3 interceptions, 2 of which were returned for scores, in Cleveland's 41-32 loss. He spent the previous 4 seasons in New Orleans primarily as a backup. Winston was the number 1 overall pick by Tampa Bay in the 2015 draft out of Florida State. He got off to a solid start to his NFL career, finishing second in the AP Offensive Rookie of the Year voting behind Rams running back Todd Gurley, and surpassed 4,000 yards passing in each of his first 2 seasons. But he also struggled with his consistency, and interceptions in key moments became an issue. Winston threw for a league-leading 5,109 yards and had 33 touchdowns in 2019, but also led the NFL with a career-worst 30 interceptions in his last season as the Buccaneers starter. He signed with the Saints in 2020 to be Drew Brees' backup, and then re-signed the following offseason the day after Brees announced his retirement. He started 7 games in 2021 before a torn ACL ended his season. A back injury limited him the following season as he became the backup to Andy Dalton. Winston again re-signed with the Saints in 2023, serving as Derek Carr's backup. Winston has passed for 24,225 yards and 154 touchdowns with 111 interceptions in 10 NFL seasons. In an unexpected and bold move, veteran quarterback Jameis Winston has signed a 2-year, $8 million deal with the New York Giants. This new partnership, announced on March 21, 2025, has sent shockwaves through the NFL community, especially given the uncertain landscape of the Giants' quarterback position. With the potential to earn up to $16 million with incentives, the deal has raised eyebrows, with many questioning what this move means for the Giants' quarterback plans moving forward. Winston's signing comes at a critical juncture for the Giants. The team has been in search of stability at the quarterback position for years, and with no clear answer in sight, they've opted to secure a proven veteran to add depth and experience. In a press conference after the signing, Winston didn't hold back, offering what could only be described as a truth bomb on the rationale behind his decision to join the Giants. "I'm here to win, and I'm here to lead," Winston stated confidently. "There are no guarantees in this league, but if I can bring something valuable to this locker room and help a team that's hungry for success, then it's all worth it. I know what it takes, and I'm ready to share that experience with these young players." Winston's words certainly resonate with the current climate in New York. The Giants are coming off a disappointing 2024 season, and with uncertainty surrounding their long-term quarterback future, a player with Winston's experience provides much-needed guidance. The deal offers a level of flexibility for both parties. For Winston, it provides an opportunity to prove he can still be an impactful starter in the league, while for the Giants, it represents an insurance policy as they continue to assess their long-term quarterback strategy. What makes this signing especially intriguing is that the Giants have not closed the door on other potential quarterback options, especially as the 2025 NFL Draft approaches. Despite securing Winston, the team has continued to express interest in high-profile quarterbacks, including veterans like Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson. This dual approach signals that the Giants are not satisfied with merely having a stopgap solution, but are keeping their options open for the future. The Giants currently hold the third overall pick in the upcoming NFL Draft, and speculation is running high that they might use this pick to select a promising young quarterback. The team could potentially trade up to secure one of the coveted top-tier prospects. With Winston in the fold, however, the Giants no longer feel pressured to make an immediate decision, which allows them to approach the draft with more flexibility. Winston, while experienced, is still at an age where he can provide a bridge role, helping to develop a young quarterback while also starting if needed. Moreover, this two-year deal allows the Giants to maintain a sense of continuity in their quarterback room without rushing into a long-term commitment. Whether Winston starts or plays a supporting role as a mentor, the Giants are positioning themselves to make a calculated decision on their next quarterback when the time is right. Winston's career has been nothing short of a roller coaster. After being selected as the first overall pick by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2015, he showed promise early on, even earning a Pro Bowl selection in his rookie year. However, his tenure with the Buccaneers was marred by inconsistency and turnovers, which led to his departure in 2020. Winston then signed with the New Orleans Saints, where he played a backup role for 2 seasons before an injury to starter Drew Brees thrust him into the starting lineup. His performance was mixed but showcased his resilience. The 2023 season saw Winston take a similar backup role with the Cleveland Browns. However, when starting quarterback Deshaun Watson went down with an injury mid-season, Winston was thrust into the limelight once again. This opportunity reignited his career, allowing him to prove that he still had something to offer the league. The Giants took notice of this renewed version of Winston, and with his maturity and newfound approach to the game, they felt he could be a valuable asset. Now, at 31 years old, Winston is entering what many consider the prime years of a quarterback's career. His skill set remains intact, and the experiences he has accumulated over the years with multiple teams and systems give him a unique perspective that could prove beneficial to the Giants. He may not be the franchise quarterback that many of the Giants fans hope for, but Winston provides a steady hand and someone who has been through the highs and lows of the NFL. Winston's role with the Giants, whether as a starter or a mentor, is pivotal. The Giants have several young players on their roster who could benefit from his leadership and experience. Players like wide receiver Kadarius Toney and running back Saquon Barkley could learn valuable lessons from Winston's work ethic and ability to handle adversity. He's been through the fire, and there's no doubt that his wisdom can help guide the younger players in the locker room. As a quarterback, Winston is often praised for his arm strength and deep ball accuracy, though he has been criticized for his decision-making at times. However, he has taken steps to address these concerns in recent seasons, working on his footwork, mechanics, and reading of defenses. The Giants' coaching staff will be keen to maximize Winston's strengths while minimizing his weaknesses. Even if Winston is not the starting quarterback, his presence could be incredibly valuable. He could serve as a bridge between the team's current roster and a young quarterback the Giants might draft. If the Giants decide to bring in a rookie signal caller, Winston could help mentor that player, much in the way veterans like Drew Brees and Tom Brady have done for their successors. As the Giants continue to reshape their quarterback room and the NFL draft draws near, the question remains, will Jameis Winston be the bridge to the future, or will he surprise everyone and take the reins as the team's starter? What is clear, however, is that Winston's signing gives the Giants some much-needed stability at a critical position while also providing flexibility to make future decisions without feeling rushed. Winston's contract offers both immediate and long-term value to the team, allowing the Giants to play the waiting game with their draft strategy and future quarterback pursuits. Whether it's helping a young quarterback develop, holding down the fort as a starter, or simply providing a veteran presence in the locker room, Winston's role with the Giants will undoubtedly be a pivotal one. As the NFL landscape continues to shift, the truth bomb dropped by Winston on his decision to join New York is one that signals the beginning of a new chapter for both the player and the team. In the coming weeks, it's clear that the Giants will have to make several key decisions regarding their future quarterback plans. But one thing is certain, with Jameis Winston now in the fold, the Giants' search for stability has taken a step in the right direction.